ASPO-USA has put together a blueprint for action. It's a draft document. We're going to keep modifying it as we go forward. There's always new information to help us understand what the options are a little bit better. There are a lot of options out there. None of them, though, is a silver bullet. All of them constitute maybe a handful of silver BBs, if you will. So they're little incremental solutions. First one we think is education. We won't respond appropriately if we don't really appreciate the scope of the problem. So first is education. Then efficient vehicles are right at the top of our list. But so are things like electrification of transportation, more rail, electrified rail, mass transit, change land use planning so that we encourage denser development in the future. There are almost everything that we focus and feature at the top has to do with efficiency. That's the piece of this supply and demand problem that gets the least focus. A lot of lip service, but very little action. The supply sides, the alternatives to bring more supply to market, we don't think need as much incentive as the demand side approach, or perhaps financial signals sent to consumers to buy a smarter vehicle, and so on. So the supply side we would feature renewable energy sources going forward, wind and solar and so on, once we have vehicles that can use that electricity, and once we electrify rail and so on. There'll be a number of others, liquid fuels options that we can and should research more. None of them are as promising as oil that they're going to replace. There's nothing out there that looks like a one-for-one substitute. So we should look carefully at efficiency first, and then we'll have niche fuels coming in to replace oil over time.